We've been asking for your pictures to critique, and Bumbley, one of our followers, has kindly sent in some cat photos. Now, who doesn't love a cat photo? So this image is just beautiful. You can just look at the settings here. F4 is probably the key number here because that's what's giving us the shallow depth of field. So the foreground here is blurred, the background is blurred, and that allows the cat to just pop off the page. Now, in terms of composition, we've mentioned before, it's all down to what are your own individual likes and dislikes. We've talked about the rule of thirds in images before, and the rule of thirds basically is any screen that you look at can be divided into thirds. 1/3 down from the top, 1 up from the bottom, 1/3 in from the left, and 1/3 in from the right. And that in general, you should always put the horizon line on top or bottom, one of the top ones, one of the bottom ones, in general. Again, photography is a broad church. You can do whatever the heck you like. So we were wondering if this would benefit from more in the middle. So the horizon line, which is here, would that benefit more from that? So now we're straight in. There seems to be much more of a personal connection to the cat because our eye wants to go up. It's like there's no ceiling above. And if there's none, then the eye just wants to go up like a balloon, maybe just goes up and up and up. This particular one here, again, F4 is probably the key number here, but really there's not a massive difference between the subject and the background. The big difference is here in the foreground. But we would kind of say, again, with our critiquing hat on, is this something that is worthwhile in the final image? Do you get the benefit of it? So the cat's looking up. Is that what we want to do? So do we want to just see the cat and then wonder what it's looking at? Whereas if we go back to the original, we're less invested in what the cat is looking at because our eye is trying to filter away all of these other elements as well. Now, it's really important to say again, this is about a personal view. Whether it's an experienced view or not is different. You can like it as it is. You can like it as I've suggested. You could like it somewhere in between. It doesn't really matter. And at the end of the day, we are looking to find an image, create an image that kind of resonates with us. Okay. But there is a case to be made that sometimes we fall in love with the shot we think we took. Now, this is something that I've been pushing with students for a long, long time. The problem with falling in love with the shot you think you took is that every time you see the shot you think you took, you see the shot you think you took. Everybody else sees the shot you actually took itself. So we can find it hard to disinvest ourselves from the image we've taken. We know too much about it. Now, the second image, or third image, is just a very, very dreamy image. Again, lovely black and white, side lighting. We call it split lighting because the lighting is split down the side of the face. This side is lit and this side is in shade. Now, I think I might also kind of recommend a crop where, in this case, we get rid of the bottom or the top so that the bottom allows us to go into the cat and again gives us more of a kind of personal relationship with the animal itself. Now, partly that's because it's bigger, and the bigger a face is, the bigger eyes are, the more we can become invested in that. But part of it is also to do with where's the eye wandering. We as photographers, our job is to control where the eye goes in a shot. The viewer just wants it to be delivered to them to a degree, sometimes with not as much ease, so that there's a little bit of tension going on there. But really our job is to make sure that what we want the viewer to focus on is what they actually focus on, and they don't end up being drawn away by something else, particularly in the composition that's either distracting or is just kind of overloading the image itself. So Bumbley, thank you very much for sending those images in. They're lovely images as they are. Just take my comments as they are. Take them or leave them, as I say. It's all about trying to get inside the shot itself, remove ourselves from the photographer and see what is it else that we could do. So as always, if you've any questions, just pop them in the comments. And if you've any images for critiquing, just send them on in. Thank you.